Hello everyone and welcome to the Dragon Code. In this video we are going to look at heap and dynamic arrays. Heap is a region in RAM that is managed dynamically during runtime, unlike stack region who can only be managed before execution of program. Heap is used to allocate memory as needed during the runtime. When you declare regular value variables, they are all stored in stack, which is called allocation, and then when those variables reach out their scope, they are cleared from memory, which is called deallocation. Stack automatically does allocation and deallocation. Heap is different from stack because you need to manually allocate and deallocate memory. You can only store data on heap with pointers. You cannot do that with regular value variables. So to work with heap, you need to understand pointers. If you didn't watch my video about pointers, link is down below in the description. You can store one value or more values on heap. More values is basically array. I will first store one value on heap. I will store integer value, so I need pointer with integer data type. And then I will do allocation. It is done with keyword new. And I also need to write data type. So with this, I allocate enough memory on heap to store one integer value. And then when I'm finished with using this pointer, I need to deallocate heap also manually, and it is done with delete keyword. And I need to write name of pointer. So this pointer holds address on heap that I allocated. I will now print that address. So this is that address on heap. But there is not any value in this memory location, so I need to assign value. I can do it in the same line of declaration. I will assign value of 5. And to print value, I need to dereference pointer. And now value on this location heap is 5. I can also do that after declaration. So I will again dereference pointer and I will assign some value. Now value on this memory location is 25. I can also allow user to enter value in this memory location heap, so I need cin object. And now user will enter value, and then that value is stored on memory location in heap. So this was storing one value on heap. Now I will store an array on heap. I will first delete this. I will change name of this pointer to array, and I will put size of that array here in square brackets. So this means that I allocated enough memory to store 5 integer values on heap. And when you deallocating array on heap, you need to put square brackets after delete keyword and then pointer that points to that array. Those arrays that are stored on heap are called dynamic arrays. This is because their size doesn't have to be constant. So I can put non-constant variable as size in dynamic array. There's no error. Size of dynamic array can be specified in runtime, so we can allow user to choose size of array. So I will declare size variable, and I will ask user to enter size of array, and I will here request user's input, and here I will pass that size. With static arrays I wouldn't be able to do so because size must be constant value. Then I will ask user to assign value to all elements of array, I will use for loop to do that. It will have length of size, and I can access elements of dynamic array in the same way like I access elements of static array. So I need array name and index of array element. And then I will just print those elements. Okay, let's now run this code. So I will give size of 4. I will enter 4 values, and then those elements are printed. Let's move now on two-dimensional dynamic arrays. In two-dimensional static arrays, there is parent array, and inside that parent array, there are child arrays, and those child arrays have elements. Because for dynamic arrays, pointers are used to allocate memory, here we will have parent pointer that will allocate array of child pointers, and those child pointers will allocate elements. Because it is two-dimensional array, it will have two dimensions. It will have rows, let it be 2 rows, and it will have columns. Let it be 3 columns. I first need parent pointer, and then I will allocate child pointers, which are actually child arrays. I need asterisks here because they are pointers, and number of child pointers is equal to number of rows. Now I need to allocate all child pointers. I will do that with for loop. So number of child pointers is number of rows, and those child pointers will be arrays. So each child pointer will allocate number of elements that is equal to columns. So there will be two child arrays with number of elements of 3. Now two-dimensional dynamic array is allocated. Now I can assign values to the elements and print them. I will ask user to do that. I need for loop. In first loop I will put length of rows, and in second length of columns. Here user will enter values which will be assigned to elements of array. And after that I will print that array. It will be cout. And let's run this code. I first need to enter elements, and those are elements of two-dimensional dynamic array. Let's also write a function that will print two-dimensional dynamic array. So it will be void print array. It will have this pointer to array, rows, and columns. So here I will put rows, here columns, and here array. And let's now, instead of this, call print array function, where I will pass array, rows, and columns. And let's now run this code. So I first need to enter elements. So those are again elements of two dynamic array. I forgot one thing to deallocate memory. I first need to deallocate child pointers. I will use for loop. So I will deallocate each child pointer, and then after that I will deallocate parent pointer. This is all for this video. If you like this video and want more videos like this, press like button and subscribe, and see you next time.